Hey y'all, what is up? I miss y'all. Welcome back. And if you're new here, of course, welcome to my channel. I'm Jalaiya, if you don't know already. It's been 2 weeks. I'm so excited to record. It's been forever. Anyways, today's video is going to be a Q&A with me. I asked probably 2 weeks ago for people on Instagram to give me questions that I could use on my YouTube video and keep them kind of track related, and y'all did it. So thank y'all. I am going to be going over these. So with that being said, if you don't follow me on Instagram already, probably go do that because that is where I'm most active when I'm not on YouTube, and that's where I ask for YouTube ideas or I get questions from y'all, whatever it may be. Go follow my Instagram for that. Also, go like my recent Instagram post. Your girl felt kind of cute. And let me know you're from YouTube. I might be following some of y'all back. Hint, hint. Enough talking. We're gonna get into this video. Here's a Q&A. Let's get started. Okay, so my first question is from eBells. She asks, do you get racing anxiety? Absolutely, 100%. Every time I go into a meet, I'm about to poop my pants. Poop everywhere. So I have that anxiety right until my first jump, if that makes sense. So like after I take my first jump, my body like calms down and it's like, okay, you've done this 100 times. You got this. And then I'm like, okay. So yeah. Next question from UNLMT the athlete. What's your favorite way to stay lean like you are? Basically, my #1 way to stay lean is working out because I try to eat healthy. It just don't always work that way. I am getting back on like a healthier routine, so I guess I could say food as well. I don't eat completely horrible. I still try to stick to something, you know, decent. Like I have my vegetables, my meat, protein, whatever it may be. I get all of that in, but sometimes I like indulge into stuff I probably shouldn't, you know, like the sweets and stuff. So my main way is working out, you know, running, lifting, all that stuff. That's what I do. The next question is from Lily Teague. I like that last name. I hope I pronounced it right. Anyways, any tips for getting into college for a track and field scholarship? I got a burp. Hold up. So to answer your question, Lily, yes, I do have tips. I also did a whole video on like the D1 recruitment process and like things you need to do to get recruited. So that might be helpful for you, but definitely work hard. I know that's so generic and like, of course I'm gonna work hard, but like people say that and then they don't. Like, no, I'm talking like get started lifting, you know, start increasing your weight. Don't just stay at the same thing. Start doing more sprint things or whatever you're focusing on. If you're a jumper, start working on your technique, start working on your form, because I'm telling you, coming from experience, that technique and form, especially when it comes to jumping, because it's so technical. Also, another tip, when you start reaching out, make sure you include a video in there so they can see where you're at, and your video might make them want you, you know what I mean? This is from trackstar.j. How was your track season and what's your goal? My track season was absolute HE double hockey sticks. But it was really not great. If I'm being honest, I am far from where I need to be and where I should be, I'm behind right now and it's really frustrating, but we have outdoor season, so I have something to prove then. The second part of that question was my goal. My goal for outdoor season is to hit a 43-foot triple jump, and I want to make it to regionals. I really want to make it to regionals. That's my goal, regionals, and to hit a minimum of a 43-foot jump. Of course, if I could do more than that, baby, let it roll. Okay, so this is my absolute favorite question. I love when people ask me this. If you could do any other event in track and field, what would it be? Some people already know this answer. My dream event in track and field, if I could change anything in my life and go back, I would be a pole vaulter. I'm obsessed with pole vault. All my favorite Olympian and pro athletes, they're pole vaulters. I'm obsessed with the event. I think it's insane. I wish I could fly through the air and free fall down. Like, you know what I mean? But in middle school, you know, when you're first trying out different events, seeing what you could fit, I, you know, of course, was just trying all the events to see what I could do. And my coach said, Jalaiya, you could barely do 1 pull-up. You cannot be a pole vaulter. You right. So my dream was crushed right there. How and when did you start track? I started track in 7th grade when I could first start sports in school. I just tried all the sports just because I didn't know what I was good at. So I tried volleyball, basketball, track. Didn't make the volleyball team. Still upset about that. But yeah, I did track, and that's when I first started getting into long jump, triple jump, all those jumps. And 7th grade, I was teaching myself triple jump, and here we are. Jumpman 2020 asks, what running events have you done? I have done the 100, the 200, 4x1, 4x2. That's it. Never done a 400. They knew not to even ask me that. JG No Limit asked, how is it like being D1? It's honestly a great experience, but it's also really challenging. It's an experience not many people can get, so like I don't take it lightly at all. It's so cool, like, you know, I can travel with my other team. Like it's honestly a great experience. It really is, but also something that is like a actual job. Like, I'm not even kidding, it's literally a job. Gina Cole 4 asks, what is your go-to ab workout? So I do like a lot of ab workouts and mainly circuits with my coach right now, but my favorite ab workout for like years has been, what's it called? What's this thing? When you go side to side. I can't even remember, and it's my favorite. Russian twist, Russian twist. I love Russian twist. I just feel the burn every time. Lindell Baker 1 asks, what are your plans for after college? Try to go pro, question mark, question mark? You know, I'm kidding. So I have always dreamed of going pro, always. From the very jump, when I realized I was good at track, which is probably like 7th grade, because like I was killing it even in 7th grade. Like I said, I always say I'm going pro or I'm gonna be an Olympian, regardless. Like everyone knew that, like that was always it. But time has told me otherwise. Every time I think about it, I get really sad because like, of course that would be like amazing, but I'm nowhere near where I need to be a pro athlete, to be an Olympian. And it's sad to think about, but like I can't look back anymore. I'm where I'm at right now. So unfortunately, I don't see going pro in my future anymore. And I've come to terms with it, I've accepted it, and I'm gonna, you know, but my plans after college, it's one that many people find crazy. I'm going to pursue my dreams, my other dreams. I've been wanting to become a model and an actress for so long. You can even ask my parents. I was young and I wanted to like freaking model and be an actress, but I'm actually gonna go chase those dreams, and I'm so excited. Sincerely, Tati asks, has there ever been a time where you felt like you wanted to give up? What motivated you? So many times. So many times. No, but seriously, I'm talking like way more than there should be, where I just was like, you know what, I'm done. Like I literally just wanted to throw in the towel. I wanted to be done. Throughout these years, I felt like a letdown to myself and to my family, just based off of where I was, where I should have been, should be, etc. To the point where I just didn't want to do it anymore. But what motivated me to keep going was, at the time, I still had my dreams to go pro. So I was like, I don't care what I'm looking like right now. I gotta get here. So I just kept going. Another motivating factor was me knowing that I could never live a normal life, if that makes sense. I don't want like a 9 to 5. I don't want to work an actual job. Like I've never wanted that for myself. So that motivated me even more to keep pushing, because you could be a pro athlete, you can be an Olympian, you know, like, and that's also why I'm going into modeling, acting. I don't want like a normal lifestyle. That was a main motivating factor. Yeah. Alexa Camacho asks, how did you learn to hitch kick / your preferable long jump technique in the air? I find it difficult to learn. So I actually am not a hitch kicker. I sometimes like, okay, first, I don't do long jump anymore, but I'll still answer this question for you. I have a video, I can see if I can find it, where I actually kind of hitch kick for the first time, like ever. I semi do it, but not fully. But I learned basically from like going off a box where you have more height and you can like practice the actual technique and like actually coming through with your other leg and stuff like that. So like, instead of just running and jumping off the ground, add like an increment, you know? Something where you could jump off of and get more height. You have to practice with more time in the air. My preferable long jump technique in the air, I kind of just like, I'll find a video, I just drop my leg and then I come through. Oh wait, is that kind of a hitch kick? I don't know. I'll show y'all in a video what I do for a long jump, or did. Ems824 asks, what other sports are you good at? I used to be good at basketball, at least I think so. Like I wouldn't be a WNBA player, but like I don't know if I'm still good at basketball though. I'm probably not. Sugarlua asks, what's my diet like as a track runner? And like I stated previously, it depends. Like I went on a super strict diet like my freshman year, where I would literally only eat vegetables and meat. That was like every meal. And I guess I still do that. Every meal I have to have some type of vegetable and some type of meat. But anyways, as a track runner, I feel like it's really important to get your protein in. So I'm really big on meat and like that type of stuff. Sorry if there's any like, you know, non-meat people in here. Lamong_Al, who's actually one of my teammates here, So hi, he asks, how do you keep yourself motivated / positive after a bad performance? That's actually a very good question. I kind of just remind myself where I want to be. So regardless if I'm not going pro anymore and that's like not in my plans, I know that I want to be at a meet and do good. You know, I don't want to just go to a meet and embarrass myself. So that keeps me motivated to do good so I don't go out and embarrass myself. So even after a bad performance, I'm like, okay, well that was embarrassing, but like, let's keep working so the next meet's not embarrassing. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of keep myself motivated. The only CC asks, what made you want to do track? And if you could pick any other sport, what would it be? So in middle school, when we first started doing sports, I just decided to try out every sport. And when I first started, I was one of the fastest people in 7th grade and one of the best jumpers there. This sounds so cocky. I promise I'm not being cocky. So yeah, I basically saw like, dang, I'm actually kind of good and like I could do something with this. So I kept going and here I am. If I could pick any other sport, it would be gymnastics, 100%. I wish I was a gymnast. It's the dopest thing ever. Like, how can y'all do all of that in the air? So cool. Josie asks, what's your routine for track? How do you balance your schedule out with school and track? That's a very good question because that's something that's so important as a D1 athlete and just a college athlete in general. Scheduling things is so important. I literally, like, I can show y'all, like, get a notebook, y'all. I'm not kidding. You see, all of this is my to-do list. I make sure I keep track of everything for the day, for the week. Here's my actual schedule and I'll like put the times where I should be doing this, where I should be doing that, so I can literally stay in line of things because it can get super busy and it can be very challenging balancing the two, especially when like school is like piling up with stuff and then you still have to worry about going to practice, but like I didn't finish this, I didn't do that, like I have all of this to do, which is me right now. I didn't do anything. And another way is making sure you get some schoolwork done ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're traveling during the weekend, it's gonna be really hard to get your schoolwork done there when you could do it at home while you're not traveling, trying to get ready for a competition, like stuff like that. So just like basically prioritizing is how you balance school and sports. Finding times that fit, making a schedule and going with it. Sophia Tosi asks, did you ever run cross country? No, I hate running. Hate it. If I could just jump and like not even run the short amount of distance I need to jump, if I could just jump from like standing as a competition, I would take that. That's how much I hate running. I don't like it. So no. Dominic.t asks, how hard was it to choose between the different colleges? Because I'm struggling with that right now. That is important. I was struggling so much during the recruiting process. I didn't know what to do and like I didn't know how to choose. It takes time and like research and planning. Make sure, like I mentioned in my video on like recruiting, on the recruiting process and stuff, like making a pros and cons list, that helped so much. Highlighting the biggest pros and what school has those pros for you. I think that could help you, you know, with deciding. I hope, at least that's what helped me. So I'm gonna stop here. There's more questions that people ask, but I don't want to make this video like stupid long and then people are like, ugh, this is boring. Like, so maybe I'll save those questions for another time. I do want to thank y'all so much for asking me these questions so I can have this for a video. Once again, go follow me on Instagram if you don't. That's where you can help me most for my YouTube, and also just like, that's where I'm more active. I reply to DMs, I do stuff like that. So, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll start posting twice a week. Please leave suggestions below. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. I'm about to go do my schoolwork because, you know, there comes that balance in school and track. Yeah, now it's my time to do schoolwork. Also, sorry for how I look. I just came from practice, so ignore it. But I love y'all so much. Thank you again for watching. Go follow my Instagram, subscribe to me, like, comment, all that good stuff. Y'all are amazing and I absolutely adore y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. That's so weird. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.